Oh, you got a whole ass laptop today?
Yeah, I gotta show you guys a video.
Welcome to Cleveland, America. That is all. Enjoy the show.
How about them freak offs, guys?
How about them freak offs? Oh boy. Oh, Mickey did such a good job. It's a joke that he's done for a while, but he was able to like add some P. Diddy stuff to it that did really well. Genosi, yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to Cleveland, America. I'm Bill Squire.
Tommy LC, it's not a serious place.
Yeah, I don't know why
I don't know either.
It's just been forever since we've done an episode.
And I'm okay pants.
Yeah, there you are. I got a couple things. We're gonna drink some ice cream water.
Ice cream water.
Yeah, let's get right
I
into
can't
it.
believe I'm mad at you.
Jump right into it.
You mad at me?
Yeah, because for the finals, I brought one of these. And we were just going to give it to, like, what, the second place?
Second place for Marty or something like that.
Yeah. And he put it on a table in the back. And this was, like, a limited edition, like, limited time. So, of course, somebody snatched that shit.
Did you just drink so much liquid death they sent you this special flavor?
No. I opened Instagram. They had an ad for, like, this day only. You can order it on Amazon or their website. And then I got it, and it sold out within like 3 hours.
In my defense, Thomas, there was a lot going on that night.
It was insane. Yeah.
There was like 30 comics.
I even saw that it was on the table. And I'm like, I should go grab that. So no, I'm just giving you a hard time. But yeah, and then I tried to take. So that was one gone. Yeah. I tried to take 2 of them to Jersey, and I'm a dumbass. I forgot that I wasn't like checking my bag. Yeah. So
got thrown out.
TSA got them. Oh, I'm sure they're drinking. Yeah, I'm sure they drank it. But yeah.
You have drank it though.
I tried it. Yeah.
Did you buy a case of this?
Yeah, it was a case. Yeah. Right. So I have like 2 left outside of this one.
The fact that it's clear is already throwing me off.
Yeah, ice cream.
Because I know it's gonna taste like it's hot fudge sundae ice cream flavored water.
It should
like
be,
Van Leeuwen. This is a collab with Van Leeuwen.
I mean, on first look, it should look more like jizz if the cream's involved, in my opinion.
You would think. Hold on. Does it smell?
It's like, have you ever had that like stevia pop?
Yeah.
Where like, and you like, and it's always clear. And I can't do that. All right,
Zevia is my shit. Yeah, all right.
I do too.
All right, down the hatch, boys and girls.
To Sober September.
That's so weird. I don't want. That's so weird. That's so weird.
Like, it's not bad.
You know what it tastes like? This is how old I am. They used to make like fudge pop. Yeah. Like fudge flavored soda.
Yeah.
That's this.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it tastes like. It's not bad. It's not. But I think they should put food coloring in it to make it brown. Like it should be cola colored.
It's liquid death though. I feel like
I know they want to be water, but it's it's.
I don't normally either just drink water or I drink like Zevia or like Diet Coke, but this, I don't really have any notes on this.
Could you drink a whole can?
I mean, I would. I wouldn't want a second one.
I could not finish a whole can. I had to pour half of it out.
I'll do it right now. I feel like you're daring me.
Do it.
Anytime you. I mean,
is it not as crazy as you guys thought it was going to be?
I thought
it's not that crazy.
I thought it'd be thicker.
Right, it's just water.
I mean, this could have gone worse. This could have gone worse taste-wise for me. I don't have any. I would be a terrible food blogger because I'm just like, yeah, it's fine.
To me, it tastes like 1990s lip smackers, chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what it tastes like. And so it's very nostalgic tasting.
I don't like stuff that edges on tasting like sweet. It just because it feels like sex with a condom in my mouth. Where I'm like so close to understanding what a feeling is.
Yeah. So you don't like just normal seltzers, like flavored seltzers?
I'd rather just drink a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
That's why
Zevia, I know.
Zevia is like, honestly, I don't know how I'm going to die at age 47 because whatever chemicals they're putting in there to make it taste so good cannot be legal. But yeah, Zevia, black cherry and Zevia grape tastes unreal to me. Unreal.
The root beer being clear, I hate it.
I hate it. I can't do that. I need it.
So
why
good,
don't pour it out of a can? There's a reason it comes in a can. You don't want to know how to. You don't want to know how the sausage is being made.
Right, and that's the thing is like I have to drink the can because like the first time I did drink it, like I poured it over ice because it wasn't cold and I wanted it right then.
Yeah.
I was like, weird.
I suppose it's better than it being lumpy.
Yeah, lumpy's bad. I'll take clear over lumpy anytime.
Why do I keep drinking? I mean, it's not bad, but
it's not bad. It's pretty good. It's because we're doing sober September, and this is the closest thing we've had to like a spicy drink.
It does taste like some wacky, like your first liquor you drink at 19 years old.
Yeah, it's like a weird version of
I think I'm good.
It's like a weird version of Jaeger. You're like, oh, it's the Fudge Jaeger. It's pretty good.
Oh, it's Fudgenstein from the makers of Goldschlager. Yeah, how's your sober September going?
It's great, man. I feel so good.
I feel like
I hate that I'm like, oh yeah, man, I'm too much because I feel fucking fantastic.
You have a glow about you.
Yeah.
You look like you think actual thoughts during the day.
Dude, guys' skin is so beautiful.
Dude,
so beautiful.
I had to do a Zoom call Monday, and because of a science nerd only about my body.
Yeah.
Generally, they say it takes 3 weeks from alcohol to completely exit your system. So,
over there.
Yeah, Monday I was at 2 weeks basically. So I'm doing a Zoom call, and everybody's face is like Tommy's shade of white, and then I'm just look like cranberry red.
Yeah.
I look like my melon head's about to pop, and I go, the things we do to have fun, man.
You trend red though.
What?
You trend red.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, guilty.
Like even when you're not drinking, like you are.
I just run hot.
I have a pink skin tone.
Yeah.
I just have I just felt.
OnlyFans, Tommy LC. Pink tone indeed.
It's pink, all right.
It's pink.
I literally was feeling so physically shitty until I took September off. My head. You know when you eat too much food and your gut feels impacted.
Yeah.
That was my whole head and body, right here. Just felt like I go, this can't be good. I was like, I don't know what hypertension is, but I feel like I have it.
Yeah, I feel real good and saving so much money, and there's no reason I should ever drink again. But October 1st, I'm back.
I might not be back, but October 1st. Enough motherfuckers have been throwing down the gauntlet on me that I might just edge last until
your birthday.
Past my birthday. My birthday's at the end of October.
Yeah. If we do the trip down to the brewery and we stay the night.
Oh, if we're performing. Yeah, all right. All right.
We're getting hotel rooms.
You can have a cheat night, though.
Yeah. That's all we got to do is just drink once a month or twice a month, something like that, rather than the 7 days a week.
Hans is like, I am ready to come back, and Bill's like, man, maybe we should just be responsible.
Just live like a normal adult.
I was talking about
drinking. Like you guys are like the angels on my shoulder, telling me one thing.
Yeah, but we keep going back and forth because he's like, I'm gonna wait till my birthday, and I'm like, I'm gonna drink October 1st, and then I'm like, but we can do this we're both justifying it in any way we can.
I don't have the Michael Jordan spite gene in me. I feel like until I'm performing with a band in November. So they got everybody together. It's like a super band, We Are the World type of service industry event. It's called Raising the Bar, by the way. It's gonna be very fun.
No, November 10th at
Welcome to the
Farm in the Flats if you're in the area.
Why you named your bar a sentence is a different discussion for every time. But anyways, it's a smaller venue. It's going to be rowdier. It's going to be better. So all the singers, which it literally looks like that Bob Dylan, Michael Jackson, We Are the World, where everyone's in the studio together. So I just said out loud because I can't handle silence, not polluted with my voice. I just go. Yeah, I was like, I haven't drank all month. I'm probably not going to drink until then. And then you just heard a chorus of everyone go, okay, whatever. Okay. And I was like, okay, motherfuckers. Yeah. All right. And welcome to the farm. All right.
I've been very busy this month with stand-up, too. So, that's been very nice, going out and, my sets are real good because I'm very crisp in the brain.
He was, you were last night, he featured for Robert Kelly. You were sharp you were surgical last night.
Yeah, well, and I finally got enough reps with this newer set too that I have the beats down and I'm not trying to remember it. So it's just happening.
Yeah, it didn't feel like you were doing math in your head.
No, it's very nice to have that because it takes a while to get it to that point where it's just kind of lodged in there, but it was such a fun weekend. If you're not aware of Robert Kelly, the comedian, check him out. He's so funny. We had a good time. We went and shot guns. It was me and Mickey Genosi, Bobby, and my friend Jeff Hardig. And Jeff Hardig has got so many guns, and he's
what's his address exactly?
Yeah, right. he brought all these guns out, and we're all kind of novices when it comes to it. So we're talking about disaster. It's like in case of a emergency, like the world's ending, we're all going to go to Jeff's place, and we'll have this arsenal, but we'll still be like, if we're like shooting at people trying to take our stuff, we're gonna be like, it jammed, like, Jeff, we need help. Like, we're not war ready.
How do I work the safety again?
Yeah, like,
what switch is that again?
Hey, it's jammed again. Oh, it's in the wrong mode. Okay, I'm sorry.
Is it always this heavy? It's really heavy. Yeah, it's very heavy.
I got something with a longer stock. This one's jamming my shoulder.
Like, what kind of guns? All kinds?
All kind of guns. So like handguns, long rifles, like a 50 cal, which is a fucking, like, my shoulder hurts.
Yeah, man, you had some Rambo shit going on.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, so I definitely want to get you guys out there. I want to get Tommy out there shooting some cons.
Yeah.
Good content.
Yeah, it's good content.
Dude, topless shooting.
I don't want the shells to come back and burn.
The 2A crowd definitely probably is an untapped market for OnlyFans. I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right. Let's discuss.
And that's the thing too. Like, people are like,
you get like a little Glock.
Like,
you don't have to hold
I want people, like, I like that people can have guns. And, like, everybody at that range, like, there are people that I'm like, okay, these are people that take this fucking serious. Yeah. They're not some asshole that buys a gun and forgets that they have it in their glove box and then it gets stolen or some dumb shit. Like, these are guys that, like, this is the responsible gun owner type shit that I want to see. Like, I want to see people training and knowing how to operate these things versus someone that's just like, I don't know, pretty cool, I got a gun now.
Right.
Or like, Denise never texted me back. I'm going to go to Target today armed.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah,
like,
that kind of shit.
No, I mean, most gun owners, not to get in a big beat a dead horse, like most gun owners are obsessed with safety,
No, and that's what I love. And that's
the problem is when one of them just decides to open up on a grade school, they're like, oh,
yeah, we're not gonna fix that problem today.
No, I don't even want to wait in those waters.
I don't either. I just want to give those guys accolades for what they taught me yesterday and then like I've been around guns a lot, and I'm always learning and like relearning and remembering the intricacies of proper gun use and storage and all that shit.
I'm so anxious every single time I shoot a gun.
Yeah.
It's like first time ever. I'm like, okay, I need to know the rules.
Tommy was like, I've had big guns.
I have it.
Yeah.
I have my.
I am not going to make the obvious joke. That's too easy. It's too dumb.
And but so like, Bobby didn't know those guys, and we all got to know each other, and like guns bring people together. Actually, we all got to be friends. And Mickey hosted the shows last night, and so then we're all just hanging out in the green room. And Mickey's a newer comic, and Bobby and I have known each other for 20 years. So like we're fine with the silence. We're fine like just making a joke or whatever, and just kind of goofing around, or just not even having joke. But like Mickey kept like making jokes in the green room that weren't landing.
Oh no.
And we're like, Bobby and I are just like looking at each other and we're like, and then like he'd get one that lands and we'd laugh and be like, okay. And then he'd like tag it we're just like, just stop at the one that kind of left. Like, you're not,
just hang out, dude.
Yeah, just like be here with us.
Like, let me tell you, the last comedian on earth I would want to be like throwing jokes out that weren't landing in private conversation would be Robert Kelly.
Yeah, dude, it's
that man took the stage. It was like letting a fucking gorilla loose on Xanax amongst children.
He's so funny, and he's such a good friend, and so check him out. He's got a special called Killbox. He's got so many great stories because he's been doing comedy so long. He's friends with everybody, and my favorite part of hanging out with him, though, is he's got an 11-year-old son, and their relationship is so heartwarming. Like, I'm gonna get, like, it was like they're calling, and his son kept going. He's like, who are you hanging out with? Who is that? And he's like, it's my friend Bill. I've known him for a long time. And he's like, who's Bill? I never heard Bill. But like the way they talk to each other, it was real. It's cool to see a guy that you knew from like he was always in a relationship, but he wasn't a dad.
Yeah.
And now he's like the dad, like he's killing it as a dad, and I love seeing that.
Him and his 40-year-old, 11-year-old.
Yeah, basically.
Calling like Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
What's this Bill business about?
Yeah, what is this Bill? I don't know.
First time.
Is Bill a good influence? So while we're still on the topic of this, I did have a thing that happened on the early show last night. Pants came to the late show, but I wanted to show you guys what happened on the early show and just get a response from you guys because I think you'll like it.
You press spacebar?
Yeah. She's Jewish. This is the first time I've dated a Jewish person, and I learned this about Jewish people. They don't mind spending other people's money. But you guys have heard this joke before. Yeah. You're not all from Beechwood. I need your tail laughing.
I was born there.
You were born there? It's a good joke, isn't it? Yeah, shut up. All right, this is my last show.
How did you not post that one to socials between the early and late show?
Because I wanted to show it to you guys first.
Yeah, that was an alley oop or fucking throw it out. No, Ben was sitting kind of next to me. He's not Jewish, is he?
I think he is.
Yeah, because him and I were kind of sitting in the back.
You guys look like you could be brothers.
Yes. Yeah. We lost our shit when you did the Beechwood drop.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, there's another one sitting next to me.
Yeah. Good to see you, Ben. It was a great weekend, and then I did shows in Spokane, which it's so hard to say Spokane, but it's Spokane, not Spokane.
Spokane?
Yeah.
Like cocaine.
It should be Spokane, but they say Spokane. It's annoying.
I mean,
say it right.
We're saying it wrong.
We should have. It should be Spokane and spelled without an E, or should Spokane and spelled with the E.
Should be Spokansas.
Yeah. Like the Kansas.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it's either Spokensaw or Spokansas.
Yeah.
To really, you gotta really be a Squire head to understand
you gotta be the current. You gotta see the new stuff.
I don't. Speaking of taking a shit, that had finally happened to me yesterday on the way home from Cincinnati. Took a shit, and I was waiting in line at the sheets. Someone was using the one stall, and I could feel it was happening. So I waited there patiently.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember now.
So like, literally, there's a line of dudes waiting to pee and to poop. Thankfully, I'm the only one that had to poop. So you see dudes walk in and do the thing where they like look under, like from across the room to see if someone's in there. I'm like, yeah, there's someone in there. So finally, the dude's done, and he did it at a certain point where like finally I was like in my head, I go, you're just looking at your phone, bro. I go, you've been shitting now for 17 minutes. I go, in my head, I go, and I literally physically threw my hands up as he exited the thing, which, as if I think about it, is why he did not do the next thing, which is to tell me there was no toilet paper left in the stall.
You played yourself, playa.
No, he wasn't going to. If he was wasting time in there, he wasn't going to tell you.
I was like, so then I looked, like it didn't look like there was any blood or jizz anywhere in the stall. And like, at this point, it's like, it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's
and then so of course, and then there was no lock on the stall.
No.
It was a nightmare scenario. So then I had like a clip on my keys, and I somehow MacGyvered a way to lock the stall door shut. There's a fruit fly you can't see that I'm ready to murder everybody. So then I was like, look at me. I go, my dad would be so proud of my ingenuity. So then I sit down, the show starts, and then I in my head I go, I haven't even looked at the toilet paper roll, but I know in my soul it's just a cardboard tube right now. And I look over, and there was literally like 2 squares of toilet paper left, and I was like,
and sometimes they have that like double one where like there's one like
that's what it was. Yeah,
and you're like waiting for like the other one to roll.
The backup? No, there was no backup, no bench players, no sixth man waiting for me. Mm-hmm. So then I just think in my head, I go, 44 years is a good run for this to have never happened to me.
Yeah.
So then I did the Elaine Bennis thing where like I could hear someone was peeing. I was like, I go, if anyone could just throw some paper towels over the stall door, I would be in your debt. and then you just hear like the shuffling of feet. You hear, yep. You hear like 3 cranks of the thing, and then you just see like the leaf in Forrest Gump. You just see like a sheet of like paper towels sail over the door, and it was like, if it was maybe a woman of Tommy feather. Yeah. Sorry, what is it? Leaf feather. Yeah. It's been a while.
Bird leaf.
Maybe if I was a woman of Tommy's size who was also a vegan, this would have served its purpose. But I was like, I literally grabbed it and I go, it's not close to enough.
Yeah.
But I was like, I just go, thanks. And then you just heard what was only the sound of a guy like 83 years old go, okay. It's just...
Oh, I love it.
I was like, to paint the picture, I was driving from Cincinnati, so I think I was probably somewhere between like Cincinnati and Columbus.
Yeah.
But I just heard, okay.
Yeah, man, that's I've had situations like that, and it's never fun, and especially because like if it's a situation where I have to poop while I'm driving, it's 3 sheets of anything is not going to be enough. Like it's a massacre.
Yeah, if you're stopping,
yeah, like an emergency. Because like if I can hold it, I know I can make it home. I'm going to do it. But if it's like, hey, we got to do this now. Yeah. Ooh.
We'd just eaten in a hot Italian sub. There was no.
Yeah.
And we were hours away from home. We were not holding anything.
No, I know. So but then like the paper towel, and then maybe when the paper towel is just very dejecting too.
I think if it's me and I'm on the other, look. Also, thank you to that gentleman for helping out at all.
Yeah.
Because beggars shouldn't be choosers, and shitters can't be wanters. But
yeah,
I would have just thrown the whole roll over there, like, or rolled it under the door, like a freaking grenade.
You said he was old?
Yeah.
He probably wears a diaper and isn't used to that, needing to know how much.
He could have thrown a diaper over the door for me, dude.
That could have worked too. I was trying to figure out, I'm like, how would any other dude not know to give you that, like, more? And
also,
his age.
Also, shouts to the teen old enough to have just given me a heads up, like, bro, there's no. I was clearly waiting there a long time.
Right.
I always say nice things about Central Ohio, but. Okay. All right.
Oh, that's funny. Poor. But you got through it.
Yeah.
You got through it.
It was a story to tell. It's fine.
It is.
I could not have gotten home to my bidet quicker, but whatever.
What?
It's a public bidet.
See, and like I love the idea of that, but I feel like they'd be abused so bad. Like because there's so many people just like even like when you just have one in your house, like people will come over and be like, "What's this doing?" They just crank it and spray themselves in the face. Like that's happened 4 times in my house.
All right.
You can barely trust most people with public toilets, and that's like they make it as dummy-proof as possible. So, and even like fancy hotels, you would think at this point they have bidet technology. Whatever.
That's one of the things that I hate about going on the road. Like when I was in Spokane, is there's no bidet. I love a bidet. It's a better feeling.
We're spoiled. I'm spoiled with it now.
Do you have one? What is going? Why not?
You like doing stuff with your butthole even more than we do. You got to get on this.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a life changer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, it's
They're
weird.
So easy to install too. But it's wet only for a minute, and then you dry it off. That's when you use the toilet paper to dry it off, and you're good. You just get the good quilted thick.
I spend more time blasting my butthole with water than I do actually pooping anymore at home.
Yeah.
No, it's straight up. Like I go, I guess we could do a finger up here. Like we're doing a water feature every time we sit on the toilet.
I'd be stuck in the bathroom all the time if I had one. I don't want. Yeah.
And I still think you should get one.
Maybe
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Maybe
no
I will.
I need to get one for my girlfriend's house because she doesn't have one.
It's a gift that keeps on giving. Yeah.
And it's important to have.
Yeah, when you're with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just one thing that usually happens is like I'll wake up and leave her place and just be like, all right, I'll wake up early to go home to poop rather than poop at her place.
How long of a drive is it?
40 minutes.
Okay, that's a terrible, but
as long as you're not stopping for coffee or food, you're good.
Right. Exactly. Like I've learned that lesson. Like, because sometimes I'll stop at a car wash that's on the way, and there's a McDonald's right there. I'm like, ooh, I'll get a little coffee, maybe a breakfast burrito. And then I was like, no, gotta stop doing that. That's no good.
You don't want to, speaking of going shooting at AR-15s, you don't want to load.
Yeah, no.
You don't want to load a live weapon.
Yeah. But it's yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, all right. Are we done already?
No.
Okay, well, do we have a topic?
No.
Not in particular. Ingenuity Fest? What is that?
You don't know what Ingenuity Fest is?
I've never been. I know it's like
You know what
art
Jew is,
stuff.
right?
It's it a
It's Ingenuity Fest.
Oh, okay.
What's happening
That's coming up, yeah.
No, it's like an arts festival, and I'm doing a set at it on Friday night.
Oh, really?
Is it limited to like that one building now?
I don't even know where they do it now.
They moved over like Hamilton, right?
I literally don't know where it's at.
This is great for Cleveland, America.
I know, I'm so sorry, guys. I know.
What's happening?
We can look.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have asked. Is it something you pay for? Or is
I
it
don't think so.
Oh,
it is?
Okay.
I thought it was. Okay, well, let's answer all these questions.
Okay.
They have a website.
Oh, that's nice.
All right.
I could look at that.
Ingenuity Fest. It is on Hamilton, like you said.
Bah.
Yeah, because we got bubbles today.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I should drink more, maybe.
Yeah. How do we get?
No, this is empty. I mean, full.
All right.
I have not. I didn't even drink. I can't talk.
So, I can tell you, Ingenuity Festival has been going on for at least a decade now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bounced around locations since its inception.
Okay.
Is it? How do you find out if it costs money?
I don't
If
think
it doesn't have a ticket.
No, you
tab,
does.
no.
I went a couple of years ago. I did have to pay to get in.
Yeah, I feel like it usually costs money.
Did they have a tab for tickets? Maybe it's sold out.
No, I don't.
There's it's in like a giant warehouse building,
okay.
and they have like aerial silk performers, I think, and then it's kind of like a high school science fair, but for adults that have access to kilns. And then there's like rooms you go in. It's like Burning Man if nothing's burning and no tech bros are interested in it.
It's $10.
It's $10.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nothing.
And I think you just pay at the door. I don't think it's like.
Oh yeah.
I think there's live music.
There's live music. There's comedy.
There's comedy.
Performance art. There's food trucks.
Colored lights.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
There's
I think I'm gonna go.
But they always have like comedy there, but it's always like they put it in the worst spot, and they like I'm like, man,
sounds about right.
Yeah.
why don't and like
performing in the boiler room at 9 p.m.
like I remember one year they did it on like a loading dock when it was down by the Brown Stadium, and we were just like outside, and there was like a band like across at another loading dock.
So you're just basically yelling your jokes as best you can.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And nobody knows when they're supposed to go on, and so come to Ingenuity.
Did you have a more ringing endorsement?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be knocking on our door to pay us sponsor money any day now.
No.
I did have something else. Did you guys see that post about the DoorDash message?
No.
In Cleveland. It happened in Cleveland. Somebody posted it.
Go on.
A screenshot from the Dasher. Sorry for the delay. I'm being pulled over by the police.
Oh.
And they sent that in. I guess it's Cleveland based, but
Yeah, well,
kind of funny.
some I've seen that happen where like the DoorDasher gets pulled over by the police, and the police go finish the delivery.
Oh, okay.
So like
That's
like,
what
are
I
they
call.
arresting the person?
yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah, it's like they have warrants or something.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How heavy are the warrants we talking about? Because man, if I need my fucking $93 of Chinese food, protect and serve, motherfuckers.
Yeah, right. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care how much it gets to me, just get it to me.
Yeah, did anybody die? Can I have my food first?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's.
You can,
you
officer,
could
you can
follow.
have some mozzarella sticks. Like, I don't care. I want my fucking food.
Yeah, wait to arrest until.
That is also the most Cleveland. That's the most Cleveland post.
I know,
ever.
yeah.
Getting pulled over.
I'll be right there. I just am getting pulled over right now. But hey, it's Cleveland, baby. All right, what's the weirdest thing you've ever DoorDash or would ever DoorDash?
There's so many that I've just straight up passed out and slept through. My drunk Uber Eats orders are like the stuff of just corporate
It's
miss.
Dude, the drunk ones are so bad because I want everything.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's like a $60 order, and it's from 2 different places. And
like if you're sober in your head, it's like, okay, I'm gonna make fucking Sergio with 4.8 stars bring me like dinner. Well,
yeah,
let's make it worth the trip. So you get like dinner entree, maybe you get like another entree to save for the weekend.
Yeah.
So you do that math. And you amplify it when you're fucking wasted. And it's like $143 later, I have 7 orders of garlic bread. You know, like it just doesn't. The math is always hysterical.
So good right now. I'm very hungry. I haven't eaten it today.
I can't tell you the amount of photos of just pizzas on the outside patio I've been sent by my neighbors in the morning in my time that I've lived in like the same house as them, where they're just like, is this you? And I go, we know it's me. We know this is my. Did you eat some? It's been sitting out there all night. Yes, like yes. Anyways, that's why it's so.
I've never passed out on an Uber order though. I've
delivered it to Ray's house before. Wow. It was Taco Bell. I'm like, and it was a lot. I'm like, enjoy it on your fucking front porch.
I'm not gonna veer into the bit I crafted about it, but yes, it's embarrassing. It's funny, but it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
I've done it in separate states. 2 other states.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like you ordered it to the wrong state?
I was in Austin. Yeah. I was my fat ass was standing outside of my hotel wobbling around like the Mortal Kombat finish him thing, like waiting for my order that had arrived. And then what I realized was I hadn't changed my address and I ordered literally like an $80 pizza and McFlurry to my good friend Will, who was staying in Miami. And he woke up the next morning and sent me a photo of it sitting out again on the front porch, and he just goes, "You're an unbelievable degenerate." And I was like, "Well, did you eat it at least?" He goes, "Had we known it would have been here, sure. But it rained all night and that shit just was sitting there."
They'll give you that warning that's like, you seem far away.
Yeah.
They should give you a second one if you're in a different fucking state. Like, they know. Yeah.
I did a Taco Bell order where, like, you know, I was just doing like pickup, like sober, like should have noticed. And I get there and I was like, "Hey, I have an order, app order." And they're like, "We don't have anything for you." And I look at him like, "Oh, that's for Nebraska." That's in Nebraska.
There was a period of COVID where if you were a homeless person, you were scoring big time because like Chipotle and all those restaurants just put pickup orders out on a shelf with no supervision.
John Brown's got a great joke about it.
Oh yeah. It's like for a while, like you really didn't even have to be that slick. You could just walk in.
Crockpot. John Brown, the comedian in Cleveland, we call him Crockpot Brown from now on.
Why?
That's a really good nickname.
He helped my daughter move. Like we had like to do like a thing where we moved her, and I was just calling anybody that I could. And he came, and he got there like kind of late, and the only thing he moved was the crockpot. And so AJ just started calling him Crockpot Brown. And then he was playing basketball with some comics, and he didn't know this nickname was getting spread around. And he was playing basketball, and he was real bad at first, but then like towards the end of the game, he started like making every shot. And a comic that he had no idea that knew about this goes, "Well, that's why they call you Crockpot Brown, because it takes a while for you to heat up."
He was cooking.
Yeah,
he was cooking. Even if I didn't know the context, if I just like John has like a very warm aura about him, where I'm like, yeah, Crockpot Brown sounds about right. You could have way worse nicknames.
Yeah,
it's great. So
better than like,
or just Crockpot. I mean, we don't have to say Brown.
Crockpot,
yeah, it's just Crockpot.
I like Crockpot. Nope. Crockpot
Brown. Yeah.
I like that better. I like the whole
Crockpot. Yeah. Crockpot sounds like a tertiary character on Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
Yep. Better than
everybody cheers when he comes in.
Make it start.
Do they do that? Like, do we do shows in front of live studio audiences anymore?
Yeah, I just saw a post by Kurtwood Smith about that 90s show, and they filmed those all in front of a live audience.
Really?
Yeah.
What, did they still make that?
The 90s show? Yeah, they just did. I think they just finished season 2.
Oh. Huh. Because that's a convention they should really ironically bring back, is just like...
Dude, I love that.
The cut-up neighbor just appears and everyone loses their minds.
Like, it got to a point because of shows like Friends and where it wasn't as authentic.
Yeah.
because they would use a lot more like sweet and canned laughter, and they even said like they would film it without a audience, and they do it with an audience, like they do both, and then kind of edit them together. But Louis C.K. did a show called Lucky Louie on HBO that was in front of a live studio audience, and it was like, they do it like a play where they just get through the whole episode.
Yeah.
And they
I remember that show being on. It had a super like theatrical type of vibe.
And it was I loved it. And then like watching like old episode, like either I Love Lucy or any old TV shows where they really like Taking Back Kotter or Welcome Back Kotter. Taking Back Kotter.
the emo redo of Welcome Back Kotter.
But like I love that live aspect of it. And I wish they would make more shows like that.
I got some photoshopping to do later.
Yeah. Taking Back Kotter. What's your Taking Back Sunday song? I mean,
liar. Oh yeah. It's your lips are about to be.
So we're gonna have some fun with that.
Hell yeah.
Warped Tour is coming back.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I don't know in what capacity, but
yeah, I wonder.
It's gonna be
I feel
like if they did it as a destination thing rather than doing like a traveling tour, I would be less into it. I like the traveling tour.
I have a feeling that's going to be
exactly, and that's
just
like
warped.
Yeah, like they would call it just warped or something.
I think that's the vibe they're going to do. I think to roll it back out, if
like
I had to guess, is just do a couple different. Not like a roving tour.
Yeah.
Like
regional.
Probably do like one in Vegas or one in LA and one in Chicago or New York, like Riot Fest.
I think that's all right. I think rather than, because I mean, they did so many dates. And I think doing it in like a regional tour where like you hit the Northwest, you hit the Southwest, you hit, the Plains states, and then you hit Northeast and Southeast.
That tour dying was literally the death of tons of bands because there were literally bands that would just get concocted in the hopes of getting on Warped Tour.
Yeah.
And I'm stealing this from Dan Ozzie, but he tweeted it. It was like the most true shit ever. He just goes, he's like, let's see how many of these bands can actually survive without this tour now that most of their fans aren't even old enough to get into an 18 and over club.
Yeah.
And it was like a lot of them just disappeared.
Yeah.
So I think like maybe they grow it back into a full blown out thing, but I think just because the age Warped Tour goers are now and the disposable income they have, they can make it a thing that people travel to. Because fests right now could not be bigger. Pick a genre of music, they're just everywhere right now.
Why exactly did it go away? Was it they just couldn't pay the artists?
A lot of the bands were banging just women who were old enough. That was one.
I mean, I knew that was a problem.
That was 1,000,000% what happened. I mean, I think the cases kept mounting, and they're just like, this isn't great optics. So I could be wrong. There could be other reasons, but I don't think so.
I think that was a multitude of things, but I think that was definitely a large factor where it's like, we can't just have these guys back out on the road. Like, we can't keep contributing to this degeneracy.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy that shit goes on in the entertainment industry.
Well, the thing is, it goes on in every industry. It's highlighted a lot because it makes headlines.
Let's take a look at Warped Tour from 30,000 feet. It's literally 30,000 bands playing for 50 million girls who aren't even old enough to drive.
See, and that's the thing because when I got into Warped Tour, it was still in the flats, and it was way more dude centric.
It was way more adult. It was like
way more adults too, because it was bands like Rancid, it was bands like NoFX and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it was a much more punk concert versus like as it got more pop punk, more commercial, more hot topic-y, it started getting that younger fan base. But I remember going to that and being one of at 17 and 18. Being one of the youngest people.
Oh, yeah. Like sneaking into Warped Tour at age even 18 and 19, there was still like everyone there was like 27, 28.
Yeah.
Like skewing older.
Yeah.
And then the Warped Tour sound became its own type of thing. It really wasn't even like I
feel like when MySpace started, that's when it started going real young.
I mean, like in MySpace went away and Warped Tour kept building, and it just became this whole other genre unto itself.
Yeah.
The demo and the crowd they didn't go to other shows.
It was, I mean, that's...
They didn't, like, you didn't see them at No Class or Grog Shop going to shows when the Warped Tour wasn't around.
Yeah, it was just the Warped Tour. And that was another thing is I had two distinct eras of Warped Tour. Me going to Warped Tour and me picking up my kids from Warped Tour. Which is so funny because, like, they were at, like, the last 3 Warped Tours. When it was at... like, I never went to one when it was at Blossom.
I never did either. I went to the ones before Blossom. Where was that?
It was where Tower City Amphitheater used to be, where
Well, when I would go, it was still at like Jacob's Pavilion, which was Nautica then.
Yep. Oh, maybe that's...
Yeah.
It just got so big they couldn't do it over there anymore.
No, I get it.
The footprint got way too big, so they moved it across the river to TCA. At the time, just had way more space, and I think they even outgrew that. And they finally had to just...
Crazy.
Yeah, dude, it was... That I don't ever saw the numbers, but the money that festival made in the 2010s yearly had to be ridiculous.
Yeah. And it started, like, the first year, it was at the Agora in the parking lot. Like, it was...
Damn.
Yeah, it was very small.
Insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. Y'all are old.
Yeah.
But that's the idea. It's like it's like, hey, all these 14-year-old chicks are now in their late 20s and have money, so let's double dip.
Are you saying the Taco Bell shows are gonna be in an amphitheater one day?
Probably.
Starting off in Taco Bell.
Baja Blast at Brown Stadium.
Yeah.
It would be sick. I still haven't gone one of those.
That's a good name for a fucking...
It's great.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Well, you went to the last one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wanted to go, but I was doing family stuff.
It was less rowdy. Like, they had almost like security and stuff, but somebody else took over, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And
it looked more official than it's like...
This is how it starts, dude.
Yeah.
Baja Blast powered by Salesforce is coming. You know.
Baja Blast Hardcore Festival.
Imagine Dragons headline.
Presented by Workday.
We're playing the Blue Chew tent at 4 p.m. So.
And we need to figure out like what they would have at a Warped Tour for people our age.
Okay,
like sponsors or bands or attractions.
All of it.
We'll start with Blue Chew.
I mean, hymns. They're gonna get hymns or Blue Chew.
Those are the heavy hitters. Yeah. So I'm told. And then you'd have to have what's like.
I mean, you get Liquid Death.
Liquid Death would probably, it would be like Liquid Death and Monster Energy would probably be like slugging it out for sponsors, and then you have to get like Pepsid AC or some kind of like heartburn medicine, like Tums would be
Liquid IV.
Yeah.
Liquid IV, yes.
They would have nurses there. Yeah. They would have nurses there for sure.
Yeah. Well, Liquid IV is a product. Like, they could just give out packets.
That too. That's what I mean. Like, it would be both for sure.
That's actually pretty. Tommy, you're in the wrong line of work. You should be in a marketing agency somewhere.
Maybe
some sort of like, is there like a corporate yoga?
Oh yeah.
For work.
Yeah, like there's Black Swan Yoga is like a app-based yoga thing.
Yeah, so something like that.
Ricky would be set up there.
Yeah.
Yep. Restore Green Juice, which is like the only. I don't think they're a chain, but there's locations of that. What else would you have? Tesla would probably. The company, not the band.
Right.
What else is cool?
Scooters or whatever.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think just Dick Pills is like the big one. I think you could have like a hymns stage.
I think it has to go with hymns because they have to like mask it as like, oh, you're losing your hair.
Yeah, your hairline
because like
isn't performing.
Hymns has enough of a broad spectrum of like, that we fix all the things that are wrong with you. You need some testosterone.
You could have a whole male enhancement tent, dude.
Yeah,
just a whole, just dudes with like a mohawk that starts back here because their hairline starts back here, just like quietly looking around and sneaking in the tent. We're really onto something here.
Yeah,
I like it.
Hot Topic would probably get back involved, but they're
dating app, Bumble, Tinder.
Yes, there would. Oh my gosh,
There we go.
And they would have one of those games or whatever. You'd have people
like
coming up to
the dating,
like spin the wheel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Shit, but...
Man, I miss when I first started doing radio. We had like an actual wheel you'd spin at events. I miss that. Now, like we'll do it in some. We don't even do a lot of that anymore. But when we do, it's like an iPad now. But it was so nice. We had like a big spin.
My mom used to
the wheel
radio shit when I was a kid, and I'm like, yeah, that thing's pretty cool.
You gotta have an actual like. Remember we went to Put in Bay? There was the wheel you could spin.
Yeah,
it's so much fun.
Yeah,
so much fun to have.
With Luffy.
Yeah, yeah. Bone Dry. What's that thing called?
Nope.
One Piece.
Yeah.
The monkey guy.
Monkey D. Luffy.
Yeah. Monkey D. Luffy. Who could forget? What else do aging alternative emo people like
hair dye.
A lot?
Yeah.
Hair dye. Yeah. Just for men's kind of.
Yeah.
There'd be some like vibrator stuff for the ladies.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Cards Against Humanity would probably get involved somehow.
Yeah,
that just feels like a thing.
Or that exploding kittens or whatever. I don't know what that is, but
I feel like there'd be a different version of it. Like I feel like Cards Against Humanity is like cooked pretty much. Like everybody's kind of over that shit.
Vape pen.
Vape pen.
Oh, there it is.
And
there it is.
A lot of things.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Okay, Zyn, vape, and Blue Chew, the Holy Trinity. We got it. We got it.
That's
maybe back pain, like what would like ibuprofen tent for like
Tiger
back pain.
Balm.
Well, again, I don't think it's like ibuprofen's too major. Like they need you need something that's more holistic or something. I feel like for pain medicine.
So they would basically, you would just brand it, give it slicker branding and call it something that it's basically Advil.
It's just Advil, but yeah.
I mean, if weed's legal in Ohio now, you could do a weed tent for sure. More than one weed tent.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be.
That actually sounds very fun.
Mm-hmm.
I got home last night and hit my pen 30 times, and then I was trying to uncrack the code on how to set my alarm in the morning, and dude, you may as well. It was like handing a caveman an iPhone. You've never seen anything like it. Like it felt like 20 minutes. I gave up.
Have you gone through one pen yet? Like, have you had to cover the thing? Okay.
No, not yet.
I just want to know if I go through them too fast.
I don't know.
Well, you are
the frequencies.
So you can go through as fast as you can. I never go through them all the way.
But I don't want to.
Well, then don't do it as much.
You've never seen people get as excited and then as disappointed all in the same turn when I tell people, I'm like, yeah, I smoke weed, and they go, really? And they go, reach. I go, I mean, like when I'm by myself. Like, I'm just trying to go to bed. Like, sorry, dude. I suck. I'm like the most unfun person to be around. I go, you don't want to do some? It's right here. No, I can't. I will literally turn upside down.
We got to do a weed episode where Pants smokes a joint before the show.
Okay.
Yep. I mean,
you smoke a joint?
If it's not a joint, because smoke fucks me up.
Yeah.
My bitch runs. No, I would do a vape because a pen hits me in minutes.
Yeah,
an edible takes sometimes hours to sink in, and then also my entire day would be ruined. I would hit the pen, and then you just could watch me just not contribute immediately to the show. I'll do that. Yeah.
All right.
We could do it like we'll schedule extra just in case. Well, never mind. Yeah. Same day. Never mind. Take back my thoughts.
Take back Cotter.
I want to do Molly again.
I would do Molly. Molly seems like Molly seems like it turns you into Molly show. Molly show. Molly show. Funny Bus? No, Molly Bus. Secret Molly.
We could just do Molly and not tell anyone.
Yeah.
Secret Molly.
Secret Molly.
You'll be. Our eyes will be fucking. We're just drinking water like crazy.
For the Funny Bus episode, we could have had the Molly Bus episode.
Can
still technically do that.
I gotta get with Dean, and so we can set that up too.
Yep.
So we got.
Speaking of Molly, went to see Charlie XCX.
Oh, how was that?
Great. Although Molly in a stadium, like when you're in the nosebleeds, not great.
Was it? It was in a stadium.
Yeah. We were in Detroit at the
Little Caesars Arena.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Wait, was it an arena or a stadium?
It's an arena.
An arena.
Okay, yeah.
Did I say it? Sorry, I'm in an arena.
Yeah.
I knew she was big, but I'm like, stadium big?
Oh, yeah, no, sorry.
But still, arena big is huge.
I wish it would have been smaller, though, because it wasn't even sold out.
Yeah.
And, like...
Well, that's the thing is there's no, like, in-between venues that are, like, 5,000, 10,000.
How many are Agora?
2,500.
Yeah.
Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
or it's kind of like
Theaters are like
bigger.
yeah.
But, and like the only thing that's kind of an in between is like a Jacobs Pavilion or something like that, where like you can get about 10,000 there.
Okay.
But
Maybe
not
five. I don't maybe five.
Yeah, like
But it's a step up from
it's
theaters.
a step up from theaters, but it's also like it's very hard to have those mid-sized venues because like even like House of Blues is like around 2,500 too. Like it's about that same capacity. It's probably less.
Yeah, it's like 1,000.
Dude, I feel like that would be a better like size, like just a little bit bigger than like a orange shit.
That was not to cut immediately in with pouring myself out, but that Raising the Bar event was doing House of Blues, and they were doing really good numbers for like a servicing industry focused party, like 500.
Yeah.
But they're moving to Welcome the Farm, which I think is a 300 cap room.
Yeah.
So
okay.
It's gonna be wild.
Yeah.
So
Sorry be there
to jump in.
But yeah, it's hard to keep those like 5,000 seat venues as like going because the larger venues will scoop them up. They'll be like, oh, why would you even because if you can sell 1,000 more tickets, you will.
Yeah,
you want to.
True. Okay. Yeah.
I went to Jacobs Pavilion. Also, is like an amazing venue, but like it's literally 90% of their shows is like jam bands.
Yeah,
which is like there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not my thing at all.
Yeah,
but like I would drive down to the flats and it would just be like dreadlocks and patchouli as far as the eye could see. Just dudes with the round John Lennon glasses everywhere.
All
That's
right.
all I got.
Well, thank you guys for coming to Cleveland, America.
It's not a serious place.
Bye.